Start again. Jesus Christ. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mugshots, where everyone is an incompetent jackass today. We have Alex, the unpaid intern.
It's true.
Enigma, who lives in Compton. Go rape him and stab him. We have Santa Maria down there at the bottom. I don't know what she's doing here, but she's here.
I'm holy.
And your host, the Nameless, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like saying my username this time. So hello and welcome to our absolutely shitty shitcast, where we are going to be drawing here, and I'm going to be teaching these... what's the word? What? I know the word for someone who can't read. It's illiterate. What's the word for somebody who doesn't draw, someone who doesn't art? Is there a word for it?
Neurotypical. I don't know.
Neurotypical.
Anyways, I'll be teaching these plebs how to use an art program.
What's that?
So, Alex, have you resized the canvas?
Yes.
It doesn't look any bigger to me.
Okay. I'll resize it more. What's...
Make it huge.
It should just be like 1900 or something.
Bang. Is that big enough?
On the left-hand side, yes.
Nothing has been resized for me.
Scroll out.
Give it a second. It should...
Scroll
Yeah.
right. If you go right and down.
Okay, and here's another thing, which I'm guessing you guys didn't hear me say because fucking technical difficulties. If you go up to View, go down to Docs, and then hit the checkbox next to Navigator.
Yeah.
And just so you know, you can move all these panels around, so I would recommend moving the Navigator up to the top right corner.
Oh, wow.
It will make going around this so much easier.
Where is Navigator?
Go to View, go to Docs, and then you'll see Navigator down there next to all the checkboxes.
There we go. Ooh, okay.
And where you see the name Navigator in that little bar, grab it, drag it. I would recommend the top right-hand corner. It's kind of universal. It's kind of universal and is a lot easier to use. Most.
Wow. We're learning.
Yay.
Yeah, you're learning now that you can fucking hear me.
Well, I found out how to zoom out.
Yay. Oh, everyone's learning.
I'm kind of curious. Oh, man, that sucks. I was hoping that this would actually work. Oh.
Which bit?
Oh, I tried to use my, I tried to use the third mouse button I have on my stylus. Use it like a scroll wheel to zoom in and out, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It doesn't even grab color, like if I click something, it won't even grab the color. So, yeah, I gotta go through the settings on this and hopefully get it closer to Manga Studio. I really wish they had. I really wish more like Manga Studio.
Are we gonna make our own OC again, like we did last time?
Probably.
Teach us, Ravage. How do you draw?
I've given all kinds of stuff for drawing, and you guys are covering most of the screen, so I can't really teach you anything.
Okay,
well, and here's what I recommend too. All of you go down into your layers panel, and you have to select it. You've got input and layers. I select layers, and then in the top right-hand corner above foreground and background, there are 3 bars. Select that. Hit new, create your own new layer, put your name on it. And that'll make it a little easier.
Okay.
So then you draw on your layer, and basically we'll use background and foreground to fuck around with.
So I'll clean it up a bit. Teach us, Ravage.
Yeah, for some reason my eraser is causing this to happen where like there's just
Yeah,
like
because
this
you're
pattern.
background. That's the transparent.
Yeah, because you're erasing the
Oh,
thing here. Okay. All of you stop screwing around with the eraser. I will fix your retardedness. Give me 1 second.
This is going well, I think.
Okay, there we go. Hey, there's a box next to that that'll push it out further than 50%. Nice. Please tell me that's a selector. It is not. Okay, well, do that. Go to foreground. Go to edit. Go to... Why does this have weirdest fucking things? Okay. Cut layer. Why is it told it to do it? Piece of shit. Hey, edit. Come on. Yeah, select all. Thank you. Nope. Of course you're going to do that. This thing is so stupid. Let's hope this doesn't crazy. Of course it is.
Enigma, what are you doing?
I'm making art.
Come on, sir. Let's start the lesson. What do we have to do first?
Well, I'm trying to remove all the crap, but it's not working.
You screwed it up already. It's fine. Look, just
Oh, here we go. Let's go fill selection.
Oh,
Here we go.
brilliant.
Enigma, make your own layer. Well, no, you can use that layer. Never mind.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing now, teacher, professor, sensei,
So,
sir?
For starters, let me pick a better
oh hey, it's thingy.
color here to
There.
fill this with. Edit.
Hi.
Fill selection.
Oh,
Haha.
Oh, hey,
there
it's
it
the air
goes.
conditioner.
Oh yeah, you haven't got this program. Can you get a
Draw
a
pile.
yeah draw
Draw
pile.
pal? I will look into this.
Draw pile.
Draw
Pile.
pile.
Draw
Draw
pile.
pile.
It's like,
Pile.
it's like 100 megabytes.
Okay. Draw pile.
Who the hell is winner
Pile.
air?
Okay, Enigma, stop using such a big ass fucking pen. Take your draw size down to 8 pixels, for God's sake.
He refuses. Enigma, what are you doing?
Being retarded.
we can't even. I don't know if he's talking or if he's just given up just to express himself purely through the medium of art.
I'm expressing myself.
Well, express
Oh,
yourself on your own layer. I made you a new layer. Go look at it.
I have no idea how to do anything. I don't know what layers are.
Down in the bottom right hand corner, do you see where it says input and layers?
I don't.
You should.
There, I wrote a beautiful message for you, Enigma.
Yeah, there should be something in the bottom right hand corner that says input, and then it gives you a little graph.
Nope, not there.
Okay. Go up to view. Go to docs. and
Alright.
select layers if it isn't already checked.
It was already checked.
Fuck. Then it's downsized. You see this tab between damn it, I don't have a regular computer. I'm not a normie, so I don't know what you're looking at. There's a space between the panels that you use, right? Try grabbing the right-hand side and dragging it up to see if you can see anything underneath it. Anything between the palettes. Like, I've got Navigator, Freehand, and Layers on my right-hand side. If you go into my stream, you'll see what I'm looking at. And you're too busy making raindrops.
Keep falling on my head.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on this thing.
Shit. I don't know what to tell you. That or you're just screwing around for the sake of screwing around, which I completely believe.
What exactly are you trying to do? I've sort of been half listening.
I'm trying to get Enigma onto his own layer so that he'll stop screwing around with
Okay.
the foreground layer, but
Enigma,
Yes.
Am I in my own layer right now?
can you see? Yeah, the bottom right of the screen.
There's nothing there on the bottom right of the screen.
Okay.
there should be.
Alright.
If you grab the things on the right-hand side and try and drag them up to scale them up so you can see what's inside of them, layers should appear. I had to do it the first time I opened up Drawpile just so I could get my layout correct.
What the hell is this?
It's basically a souped-up version of MS Paint.
No, I mean I get that, and that's from. I'm saying, what the hell am I looking at?
Enigma's retardation.
Okay, that explains it.
This is meant to be a proper lesson, and so far Enigma hasn't even. Oh.
He's not even trying at this point. He's just screwing around with stuff.
Okay. So I think
I'm starting to think we don't give Enigma access to this shit.
right, we got this. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, I can't give you a lesson because the foreground
Right.
is full of... Here, let's do this shit. See if this will work. Not that working, kind of. Edit.
Alright.
Is there a select all? There is. Select all. Fill. Let's see if this does it. Nope, still doesn't do it. Edit. Well, I didn't want to do it like that. There we go. Fill selection. Now, Enigma, pick a little corner and stay over there.
Okay.
Fine, I declare all of this over here Enigma Land. Hold on.
What
All of this over here is the land and province of Enigma.
That's way too much space.
Fine. I
Yeah,
want
come on,
this
homie.
bit.
Ravage, manifest destiny.
This is me. I'm even gonna write my little name.
Manifest destiny. What? No. Okay, what about this part that I walled off? Is that okay?
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Hail,
you're still
travelers! You are
Yeah.
invading in the province of Enigma.
what are we drawing? Oh god, just game drawing.
Alright.
Okay,
What the
just
hell
give
is
me a
this?
moment to erase this
Here's my brush.
nonsense.
Cue.
Alright. What's lesson 1? I'm ready. I'm ready to learn.
Or like some people, I can't learn.
There. Okay. So, what are you wanting to know about drawing first?
How do you get good at drawing?
Practice. Do it
Okay,
over and over and over
lines.
and over and over till it starts to look good.
Is there a way to
Lines.
just do that instantly?
Huh?
Teach
Did you just
me.
say, is there a way to do that instantly?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no.
Without the effort.
My child.
No. There's no such thing. I mean, unless, well, there is a way. There is a way you can actually get really, really good, like, immediately,
Oh yeah.
with no effort. You steal someone else's work and claim it as your own.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Rab is encouraging illegal acts.
I never said
Okay.
I'm encouraging it. I said that's how you do it.
So lesson
Kind
number
of like
one.
all the ponies, kind of like all the little pony OCs that are available on Pinterest for sale because, oh, here, buy my character. You know, pay me money for something that I don't actually own. Which, as I understand it, for a while, I think a year or two ago, was a really big problem.
Okay, so I'm taking
Yeah.
notes. Lesson number one: steal other people's art.
I
What's
It's
lesson
a
number
very
two?
important lesson.
wonder. No, not that one.
I want to draw
Oh,
Well,
why
I
something.
mean, I
can't
can shut him off, but it's not working.
Give me something to draw. I want to draw something.
Alright. Well, what do you want to draw?
I want to just learn how to do lines and curves.
Oh
just
god,
to start off with.
lines. Oh.
Holy shit.
Well,
I
are you
can't
using a
draw
mouse?
straight.
Are you using a
Yeah.
mouse? Okay. Let me check. Let me check something. I want to test this to see if it works. No, they don't. Well, most art programs have a very fun little feature that you can use to click in one space, hold shift, and click in another, and it makes a perfectly straight line. This one doesn't seem to have it. Who's drawing in my space?
Wait, which one's your space?
I don't know. I don't really have a space, really. I
I
guess
don't
it's
have
just
one
kind
either.
of... I'm using the bottom left-hand corner just for the hell of it.
Ah,
I don't know.
Here, I'll give Andrew his own
Enigma
layer.
isn't drawing anything. Is he dead?
No, it's because people keep doting on me because they think I'm still dying of the sick.
Here, I'll give Andrew his own layer.
Hey, I'm the one that can use that little tiny strip. The rest of y'all need all the space you can get, apparently.
Alright, come on, wise senseis. What do you think of my OC I just drew? Pretty good, am I right?
Did he get his
Andrew,
nose stuck
I
in a
made
milk
you-
bottle?
Why does he have a happy face for a mouth?
Yeah. I didn't even notice that. Oh, God.
Oh god, now I can't unsee that. Thanks.
That
There
is
is
why we
layer
don't
options.
put. That's why we don't put things that are recognizable symbols on characters. And when we see them, we remove them as fast as possible.
Okay, fine.
Well, I would say one of the biggest things to actually starting to learn to draw is to try and visualize what you want to see on the paper, on the, whatever it is, and only draw the lines that you absolutely need to draw. So if I do this without any real guidelines, right?
Okay. Oh,
Start like that. and then I
Wow,
screwed
see,
up,
that's
but
pretty
I'll
good.
fix it.
How do you do good
No,
things?
I screwed it up. I screwed it up, but
See, the rest of us are just making up bullshit shapes and stuff, and then Ravage is actually making art right there.
Yeah.
And I'm not even
Sure.
using a guide. I'm just like sketching this shit in.
I'm trying to draw a house. But you can see
your
why I
house-
said I need help
Tony.
with lines.
Tony.
but-
Tony, is your house in the middle of the street?
No.
Enigma's is
That's
he sleeps in a trash can.
oh, that's a good thing. I'll draw
But
that.
but enough about my life.
This is
Oh, but we wanted to know more about your life. You're the talk of the Cosmopolitan magazine.
what?
I have no idea. It's a stupid tabloid that
I didn't know
exists
you
over
read
here.
Cosmo, Ravage.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
But I get to see it every day that I walk into work. Every morning when I get my brisk tea, I don't drink brisk, I drink peace tea. But anyways, every morning when I get my tea, I look over to my right when I'm checking out, and I see the Cosmopolitan, and I think what was today? What was on the one in there today? What was it? One of the headlines on the front of it was "Exciting Sex."
Exciting sec.
Yeah, as opposed
Yeah.
to all that, really boring.
I've had boring sex before. Believe me, it exists.
No, but I thought you said exciting sec.
No. Sex. SEX.
I know. It's just I was wondering if they did that for censorship reasons.
No, it was sex. Which is really funny to see in an old ass town like this, right on the front of the rack where little kids are gonna see it and read it and ask, "Mommy, what is this?"
Where you put your salami? But
Oh god.
no, I'm gonna stop.
Well, Applejack, first you need a farmer and a fertile field.
Oh, Jesus.
You just have to open your legs, sweetie.
I can't get
That
rid
is
of this
not half
onion.
wrong.
I can't get rid of this onion layer.
Look, I will admit though, there are some people I know who need to close their legs.
What have you done here, Enigma?
What the fuck is that?
It's like a fart. What is this fart
Ooh,
cloud?
I love Pinkie
Huh?
Pie, Ravage.
Yeah, I need to make her eyes less sharp, but
Oh no, no one can see my beautiful drawing on your stream, Ravage.
I'll look around. Oh, you got an Enigma and a trash can. Nice.
Yeah, I need to work on the. I'm very glad you could recognise that as Enigma, because
Well, if he wasn't next to the trash can, I don't think I would have recognized it, but
oh damn.
yeah. Andrew's kind of working on some stuff. Enigma, I think you're having too much fun with a spray can.
Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm not spraying anything.
What is
All I see is a big blue color in the space that you're trying to work on.
it's a smoke screen, so you can't see his work.
Oh, I just did kind of a little run around here for everybody who's watching the stream to see Enigma's beautiful smudges.
I know. I'm trying to at least do something. I don't know what air conditioner is drawing.
Just some pony.
You never do. His drawings are always really great because it's sort of like a surprise.
Oh, you mean like the Enigma sex bot?
Yeah, because I mean, he starts drawing, and it's not until about halfway through the stream you realise what it is. I love watching Andrew draw.
You sure you just don't
Ooh,
love
we got a
watching?
ship
Don't
going
raise your
here.
expectations.
We got a ship going here.
Oh.
Alex is hitting on the air conditioner.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
stick your fingers in there; they'll get chopped off.
hey, look, I told Alex, though, one thing, he'll never be able to ship me. I am unshippable. Can't ship me. Can't do
Is
it.
that a challenge?
Can't do it. You can't do it.
I reckon it would be one of those
Just
sort of
do it.
unlikely
Nah,
love
son.
stories, like you with someone with some sort of, I don't know, condition that means they vomit all the time. You'd never imagine they'd be together, but then they fall in love like a.
Oh God, no, 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 no! Don't ship me with someone who pukes all the time, please.
Damn it!
I don't
There we
need
go.
that shit in my life.
Sure you do. Everybody needs a little shit. Then they can see other people shit and laugh their ass off.
Hey, I got enough shit in my life, man.
Nah,
full of
no, you
it.
don't.
I'm full of it.
You're full of shit, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I am full of shit.
Confirmed.
You know, life just has a way of putting it in me.
Thankfully, life also gave you a way of putting the shit out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
These streams.
Hey, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing all my shit with everyone.
I finished my drawing. Sort of an action
Let's
shot of
look at
Enigma.
it.
Oh, maybe you should.
Hey! Hey, you like that Enigma? Yes, I do.
Enigma's drawing a very badly designed road.
Looks like the
Barfing Enigma.
looks like a mountain
Uh,
road.
Seaweed pony. Crazy pink thing. And a cardboard box with holes in it.
Hey, hey, I said I would be drawing a house. I didn't specify which or whose house it is, so
Apparently, you're drawing the labyrinth of Minos.
I think Enigma's just drawing like a road somewhere in San Francisco, probably.
Maybe it's a map, so people can come find him when they bury his body.
Well, hey, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Compton's roads are that terrible.
Well, I very much doubt it. Enigma, do Compton's roads look anything like what am I
hell
thinking
no!
of?
It's horrible. There's one. Remember, my cousin forced me to drive us home on the Denny's night that had food poisoning,
Mhm.
and
Well, no, I mean, are they straight? Are they curved? Are they like all
They're
modern-esque?
very bumpy.
Hmm.
No,
I mean, do they look like a city block, or do they look like something out of the 50s when they tried to make everything all nature-esque and flowing? Like when you go to a cul-de-sac or some shit, and none of the roads are straight. They're all
They're-
winding and turning.
probably fairly straight, I would assume.
Mm.
I've been through areas near Compton, and yeah, they look fairly grid-like. Now, where I live, it is not at all grid. It's all flowing and shit, because where I live was built in like the 90s, so.
Andrew and I are not using proper drawing technique. This is actually an animator's technique of like scratching in your lines. It's not technically correct at all.
Fuck that. I say it's correct.
Oh, I know.
I'm finished with my art. Where's my thousands of dollars?
You're not dead yet. You don't get thousands of dollars until after you die.
Yeah, then people rush to buy your art.
My art is interpretive. What do you see?
Hey, Enigma, hurry up. Just kill yourself with food
You're not
poisoning.
angsty enough, though. You gotta be an angsty, misunderstood person. And believe me, we can all understand you just fine, much
Yeah.
to our horror.
I don't know, man. Enigma will always surprise us.
Doubt it.
You didn't answer my question. My art is interpretive. What do you see when you look at it?
A very
looks-
poorly drawn brain.
Oh god. Let's have a look. Oh, what?
It looks like
Ew.
how I feel on the inside looking at it.
No, it looks like one of those sort of
Oh, it speaks to you.
Yeah, it speaks to me. It tells me I'm in pain by looking at it. See, my house is not abstract.
Shit. So, did we actually get any questions for this week, or was there even a thread?
I don't think there was even a thread.
Mm,
no, there wasn't first. So,
okay.
how was your Christmas, guys?
I got drunk and played video games.
It was nice. I got to cook dinner for. Well, I got to help cook dinner for my family and my grandma.
My Christmas gift was food poisoning.
Yeah.
I got to hang with my mother and uncle and had a nice dinner.
Nice. I was gonna go hang out with my sister and my nephews and nieces, but I got drunk and played video games.
Good job. Oh, well, and my brother and I also played a bunch of Payday 2, so
I never got to play that one.
I like it.
I am enjoying the fuck out of Fallout 4.
Good.
Like, everybody's telling... well, before I got it, everybody's telling me, oh, it's got so many problems, and I'm like, I'm playing it on a low-res computer at the absolute lowest settings possible. I get sections where it's maybe 3 frames a second.
Damn.
Yeah, so glitchy as fuck. And I still managed to play the game.
What are you
Albeit I'm
playing on,
cheating, but-
Windows 95?
It's a Windows 10, but the problem is the processor is only like 1.9 gigs.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, it's too fucking small for what I'm trying to do to it. Okay. Why did I not have...
Rabbits, could you add a bow tie to Pinkie Pie?
No, I'm trying to find the proper color to put the rest of her. They don't have enough color selection in here. Fuck.
Pinkie Pie the Klansman.
Oh, God.
By the way, we do actually have a question from the chat.
Oh, yeah?
What kind of traditional art styles do you like? And who is your favourite classic or historical artist?
Classic what artist?
Classic or historical?
Oh. Who's this question for? Everybody, or?
Yeah, from Pencil.
I don't know shit about this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about artists.
I'm gonna
Does she
disappoint her
Does she
so
think we're
bad.
educated people?
So I would say of like some of like the older art styles, one of my favorites is chiaroscuro. It's a kind of old style from kind of I think if I remember correctly, it's from the Enlightenment. It's kind of a style that very emphasizes light and shadow. It makes some bold images, which makes it one of my favorites. In terms of older artists, I'm not entirely sure who I would say is my favorite, partially because a lot of my favorites are kind of modern stuff. Like one of the kinds of artists that I really like is Yoshitaka Amano. You may or may not have seen some of the concept art he did for some of the earlier Final Fantasy games. He's also done some illustrations for Vampire Hunter D. He has also done some art exhibitions of his own. He has this very kind of wispy, almost whimsical style to it. He doesn't always use but the way he manages to use the lines and kind of have this sort of pale look with sometimes almost he'll have in some of his works just like splotches of color to suggest something. It's kind of abstract in a fashion, but I love the look of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could be as.
Hey, assuming Pencil's still there, Rabbit, move to my art and ask her what she sees when she looks at my art.
Oh God. All right, Pencil.
My-
what
my
do you
art-
see when you look at Enigma's? I'm gonna call it finger painting, for lack of a better word.
It's interpretive, damn it. Nobody gets me.
It's
No, the best
She says
interpretive
she
art I
sees
ever saw
failure.
was done by a how old was she?
Was
like
that-
a 4-year-old little girl?
What was that? What'd she say?
She says, I see failure.
Alright.
Hey, but my house, though, my house is amazing.
what is this? I don't. Is it actually meant to be something?
No, she says she sees mitochondria, which, interesting.
They're the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah, I could see how that would work because it's got like that kind of folded look, and you can sometimes see that when you look in the structures of cells.
Well, actually, isn't it mitochondria? Mitochondrion?
They're the powerhouse of the cell. They have different DNA from our own, so therefore they are parasites.
Yes. Everyone.
But they have a symbiosis thing going on.
Right.
Parasitism
my-
is a form of symbiosis.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no. A parasite takes and does not contribute back. A symbiosis is a parasite that gives something back in return.
I'm not even.
Finished.
And he claims he went to college.
Yeah, he went and had a look one time.
Yeah, that's right. He went visiting and got
Yeah.
somewhat smarter.
He liked the
Yeah, I had a look inside a cell.
Your
Excuse me while I
mitochondria
drink.
are not even living organisms. Good God.
They are basically a part of human DNA now.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I don't even think they were originally living organisms.
Yeah, it's like there is a theory that maybe at some point mitochondria in the very, 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 very distant past may have been different from other eukaryotic cells, but that is no longer the case.
Nope.
Yeah. See, I know big words too. Like Rexapora.
What have you brought science into this podcast, Pencil. That's what you've done. Yeah, blame Pencil.
Ravage, I really love your Pinkie Pie drawing. She's my favorite of the main 6.
I actually do. It's really.
I'm not
great.
even trying. Like, this is horrible. My proportions are so fucking bad.
Here, I'm gonna add a bow tie on her.
No, but for something you drew so.
Oh no, you can't see. My layer is above yours, so all you're gonna be doing is drawing underneath. Yeah. I did that
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know how to work layers. It's not giving me the option for that.
Good. That actually will keep you off of our layers, thank God.
Because onions!
God,
Ogres have layers!
No.
the purpose of this exercise was to teach him, right?
Yeah. He's unteachable.
And
Of course, it's not like he was paying attention. He's the kid that when you're in class, you come up behind him, and if hitting him in the back of the head with a ruler doesn't wake him up, you go and you find the biggest fucking 4-inch thick book off the shelf, and boom,
What
slam
sort
his head into his own desk.
What sort of narcoleptics did you go to school with that you could hit them with a ruler and not wake them up? Jesus.
I had two nicknames back in high school. It was Chewy, my real name, and then the second name was Sleepy.
Your real name's Chewy.
Sleepy.
did you say?
Because he's hairy like Chewbacca.
No, not Chewbacca. It's a Mexican thing.
Yeah, I've actually heard it
Oh,
before.
oh,
I've heard it
yeah.
before, but I don't remember why or where.
Yeah. I don't get it either. They kept calling me that. And I was like, I don't get it.
Well, it's like when I played not Mankind Divided, Human Revolutions. When I played that, the main character kept getting called Cholo by one of the Mexican dudes in there, and I still am hesitant to guess what it actually means.
What, Cholo?
Yeah, because I've heard it mean child lover and a whole bunch of other shit too. So
I've also heard it be used for gangbangers, so.
yeah. So like I've tried to ask what it meant, but nobody seems to be able to give me an answer, or they don't want to.
Okay, what does Vato mean? That one gets me.
Vato? If I remember, it means faggot. I'm probably wrong.
No. No, Vato can't mean faggot, because no. I know
What?
maricon means faggot or cocksucker.
I just realized I was talking to no one because I didn't unmute myself.
Ha ha ha.
Okay,
So,
so
you gonna do some parting wisdom?
So Vato, if I believe correctly, is like a variation of homie, kinda, but not in the friendly sense.
It's one of those, hey, faggot,
What?
we don't want you around here, faggot.
No, I'm pretty sure maricon is for faggot.
How do I erase this shit on my fucking art right here? Because
Do you have a thing on the right-hand side that gives you, like, a little draw line and a couple of pens and some numbers and a couple of sliders?
What bit do you want to delete? I'll do it for you.
the whole thing, I want to start over.
Okay. Why are there 2 layers called Enigma?
Yeah, I can't get those things off.
I don't know which one you're actually on.
It's,
Top right.
This one.
Why did you name yourself me?
What? No, it's because I'm on the layer called Enigma.
hang on, Alex. Let me look at it. Okay, it is not the top layer. It is the bottom one.
But when you rub out, it
Unfortunately.
rubs out the grey as well, so it goes straight.
I
down
know
to white.
because I filled. it.
Yeah.
Let me hold on a second. Okay, come on. I don't want to hide it. I want to delete it. How do I delete it? Hide from shelf. That's not going to help.
Right, here you go, Enigma. You got a nice white surface.
Oh, you're giving him the white surface. How dare you?
Oh, there we go.
There,
Oh,
that's the color I'm looking for.
Jesus. Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
There you guys go. I'm done with my drawing.
Oh, fuck off.
Wow, you drew that really quickly. That's.
Alright, what the hell? God.
Alex, you're giving me a horse cock there. You know, if you're gonna make it accurate, it's got to be like at least 3 times as long.
Actually, I probably can't put it on YouTube.
Oh, fuck off.
I have to draw it really
No.
badly.
Here, let me do it. Alex. I got it. I got this.
You go for it.
Okay, so here, Enigma has got a little pink willy, little pink balls, because
Is it
he's the whitest
spotted?
Mexican ever.
Are they spotted?
Oh, come on, don't do that. Let me have my color, damn you. Okay, there we go. And he's been cum-shotted. There we go.
Looks great. Looks great. Also, Enigma, Pencil wants to let you know that you're a garbage human.
What else is new?
I thought I was the garbage human.
Well, I mean, Enigma kind of lives like Oscar the Grouch, out of the trash can, from one trash can to another.
Cause I'm sad. I thought I was a terrible human being.
Out of my expectations, this lentil soup is pretty good, but I'm afraid it might give me food poisoning.
Look, hey, not everything.
How can I trust food again after what it did to me?
That's your cousin. He's trying to kill you.
Uh,
He invites you to live
oh,
with
I
him.
just realized they never answered Pencil's question. Fuck.
Oh god, yeah, she asked the question, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. You guys can't stay on topic for shit.
I even had someone in mind to say, but I've forgotten who it was.
I think my cousin is trying to poison me because he just came in here and the first thing he said was, "Want more soup?"
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Let's see, classical artist.
I like
how
that
far
guy with
back, like how far back does she mean?
I like that guy with the melting clock,
Salvador Dali.
Salvador Gali.
Dali,
Dali.
The Dalai
Isn't
Lama.
Dolly that clone sheep though? That's the
Pencil.
name of that
God!
Forever. I think what Rab
Fucking
is saying.
hell.
I think what Rab is trying to ask is like, what is your cutoff between modern and classical?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you've got Renaissance period art, which is quite interesting.
She's like, someone
You've got-
please kill Enigma.
And then,
Yeah.
well, I see, and once you get past the Renaissance, you get into, I would say, well, you start getting into the modern era, if only just barely. Pre-Renaissance, you're talking about stuff like Grecian art, like old stone carvings, barely any actual like flat surface anything existed. If I had to pick something from a pre-Renaissance era, it would be the cave paintings in France and Spain that they found of the horses. What the fuck is the name of that cave? Well, because there are like 3 or 4 of them, but like one of them very specifically had nothing but horses and cows, but it was mostly horses all along the thing. I mean, it was freaking amazing. They were realistic at like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
Fuck, what's it called?
I know the one you mean, yeah, I can't think of the name.
Crap, I gotta search it.
So that was what Mugshots was like way back when.
My favorite artist is that guy who pissed on a canvas and sold it for millions of dollars.
Who? What?
Look,
Oh,
yeah, there was-
no?
There was an actual artist who just pissed on a canvas and sold it for millions of dollars.
Wow. We should get him on here.
Okay. Pencil's gonna murder me for this because I can't speak French. Lascaux, Lascaux.
I think you mean
Spell
Jacques
that.
Clouseau.
Spell that again, Rav.
Lascaux.
Yeah. Hey,
Lacan?
you've
Lasal?
been beaten anyway. by the chat.
Lescaut?
Yeah, I think
Believe
it's
it's Lascaux.
Lascaux.
Grotte
I'm telling
Lescaut.
you,
Well, and then
telling you
there's
guys,
the
his name-
Chauvet.
I'm telling you guys, his name is Jacques Clouseau.
It's
Shut
not-
up.
It's a cave.
God.
It's not even a.
No, just no. Anyways, one of these names translates almost literally to like cave of horses or something like that.
Yeah.
Some of them, like I said, are ridiculously realistic. Like straight up charcoal drawings on a cave. It's pretty damn cool. It sucks. I took an art history class and I should know how to pronounce these names.
I can sort of do French, not too well.
All right, let's kind of jump over here.
See,
Like cheddar cheese. Yeah, that house kind of look. It doesn't look
No,
like cheddar
I
cheese.
said
That house looks like
I
Swiss.
do.
Oh.
I do. I
They're
like
ravage.
cheddar cheese.
Oh.
There.
Ravage.
another
You
artist.
happy? You happy, Pencil? I don't hate all cheese. Are you
They're
happy now?
Ravage. Make
Huh.
Pinkie Pie be wearing one of those tuxedo shirts.
Another artist that is good. I'm not sure if he'd be considered classical, but the work by M.C. Escher is
Oh
very
yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
I don't know that one.
I've
wait,
seen a
he's
lot
not-
of his Eschers.
He's
Wait,
the
he's
one
that-
who's.
Wait,
Chances are you've seen at least one of his stuff. Relativity is one of his more famous ones.
And he was also known for Hammer Time.
God.
God, you
Oh my
you
God.
offend me.
Enigma, if you don't shut up, I am going to buy a 2-foot horse cock that I am going to use to beat you with when we go to BabsCon.
Oh, kinky.
Do it.
No, I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
not
be
saying
there.
just like a little. I'm not saying like a little love tap. No homo. I'm gonna full on. I'm gonna full. How do you explain that? Reach back. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna reach back and swing at him as hard as I can. And considering I have both martial arts and weapons training, yeah, I can hit pretty fucking hard. So yes, he will be going home, and people are going to ask, how did you get those bruises? And he's not going to be able to respond. Somebody hit me with a dick.
A full
He
horse
hit me with
dick.
I got hit with a horse's dick. Why is your bruise so oddly shaped? And why is
I'm
it
done
turning
with-
me on?
I'm done with my art. I'm done.
I was gonna say though, the MC Escher ones didn't MC Escher do waterfall? Didn't he do a waterfall painting?
Yeah.
Yes,
And he also
in
did
fact-
the Impossible Staircase, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and probably in the same one as the waterfall.
Did we ever get a reply from Pencil on when the cutoff period was?
She had to leave.
Ah.
It took too long.
Well, gee, thanks, guys.
Grown up,
Um,
left home, died.
What do you guys think of my art? It's a little half-hashed, but you know.
I really like the little pineapple. That adds something to it.
Why is Enigma? Did you just straight up jack Rav's drawing?
No, it's my own. It's my own individual OC, Ponky.
You know,
You gotta recolor it, dumbass.
here's what I say to that.
Yeah, if you're gonna steal a character, you gotta recolor it at least.
God damn it, I can't draw.
Yeah, get your fill bucket out, and then
Why are you doing that? Use the fill bucket, you faggot. Oh god, he's adding a pirate patch. Ah.
There you go. There's my OC.
I'm
Arr.
dying. I'm dying on the inside, guys. It hurts. It hurts my life.
You wouldn't like her when she's upset.
You don't want to like me. You won't like me when I'm upset.
Actually, no, I don't think I'll need to buy a full-size horsecock. I think I'm gonna get a hold of, if I can, I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Chalice from, Slash MLP and ask him, hey, are you guys bringing the horsecocks this year? Because I got somebody I want to beat to death with one of them.
Rav, use 2 of them. No, get a second one and let me.
No,
have it
no.
too.
I'm gonna do it in style. I'm gonna hold it backhanded, like reverse style, like the Apprentice in the Force Unleashed, and I'm just gonna whip the shit out of him. And he'll never see it coming because it'll be hidden behind my back until the last second.
Oh Lord.
And then he'd be walking home funny, like the walk of shame, and be like, damn, boy, did you earn your keep?
Yeah. Some very specific shaped bruises, I'll say that.
Yes.
And she wears a t-shirt, a V-neck shirt.
What is that noise?
Sorry, that was me. Well,
Oh,
not my body. It was I moved my keyboard towards me and it squeaked a bit. Sorry.
Yeah, if you made those noises, I'd be a little bit worried.
Yeah, I didn't just start squeaking. It was
Alex's squeaks of excitement. Enigma is just destroying my vocabulary skills.
Ravage, could you give her the Shurigan eyes from Naruto?
No, you're getting pineapple.
And all the while, Andrew's just painting away.
Well, I was flipping through some of my books, but yeah, I continue to draw.
Drawing away peacefully as everyone else just gets into a huge fight.
Is that a random slice of pineapple on the shirt, or is that an image on the shirt?
You'll see.
It looks like you're giving her a chain almost.
So this is my OC Ponky, the pirate She-Hulk of the Pineapple Oceans.
Oh, okay. Like, did her parents get murdered?
I'll write this now.
We have to give her a really edgy backstory, you know.
She was raised on a pebble farm.
Right.
We're
Looks
waiting
like-
for more.
Go on.
Look like diseased pineapple rings.
And she lost her eye in a bet against Princess Molestia.
Oh, okay.
So
Rest-
who could
rest
take the
in-
most dick?
Exactly. Who could take the most dick in their eye hole.
Rest
Really,
in
she lost.
peace, Molestia.
Okay, it looks more like you're making a necklace out of pineapple slices.
Hey, that picture game helped you out. Good job.
What's that? A pineapple chain?
Yeah.
It's to ward off the pineapple vampires,
it's like
just like garlic.
rosaries.
They're
But why? Okay, pineapple vampires.
Because he
Pineapple.
wants somebody creepily watching over him as he sleeps in an abusive sexual relationship.
they feed off the citrus in your blood.
Really, I thought it was the sadness of being a shitty writer.
Oh man, shit. Looks like I would be at
Yeah.
risk as well.
There's none of that in Enigma's blood.
Hey, someone drew a person in my house. Wait,
What?
Alex, was that you? Are you in my house right now?
I'm trying to send you a coded message.
You're looking into my house.
Turn
Got
around.
it. Oh,
Don't turn around! Don't turn around!
oh, god damn, man. Don't
You
sneak
got
up
shot.
on me like that. No.
Is Pencil still there? What does she think of my art?
Yours!
She
Fuck
ran away.
you!
Your art scared her off.
Also, I'm pretty sure that is all Ravage. All you did was the eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even recolor it. that
And
was
paint
me.
her.
It's my original drawing.
You sure it wasn't just auctioned off? Like Rev didn't just auction it off to you?
So
Oh,
it's like is the necklace part made out of parsley?
Sorry. Assuming you could afford an auction. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, look at me. I'm
Yeah, I think he paid all of like 3 pesos.
I like how Alex is making a potato.
No, I'm enjoying the OC of someone in chat because they asked me to. And you just called it a potato.
Your OC is a potato.
I'm drawing the image above, except I'm drawing it. See, it's good, isn't it? The resemblance.
Oh god.
What else are you adding,
It
Ravage?
does look like a potato.
Well, I mean, your character's got to be dark and edgy, right?
Crawling in like fall. Yeah, like just
I'm giving her highlights. Because what edgy as fuck character isn't complete without a two-toned mane?
I mean, she also has to be like neon colors to kind of like make your eyes hurt. Also, can you make her cutie mark on the right? You know, one of those cutie marks that has a shit ton of items on it.
Hey, you're not Shadowblade, so cut it the fuck out. You will
Hey.
never top Shadowblade.
This is actually really good. You're making his OC good.
Shadowblade can't be touched, man. I don't care what anyone says. He's the best OC ever. Okay. Like Shadowblade inspired me, guys.
Shadowblade changed my life.
Yeah,
Shadowblade kept me.
touched
Shadowblade kept me from killing myself.
Shadowblade touched me. Okay.
He touched you in
Shadowblade-
your no-no spots?
Shadowblade touched me in the most deeply intimate way possible. He got way inside of me. It's
I just realized your character is now so edgy she has razor wire for hair.
Oh, so she's Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage is kind of a Pinky ripoff too, so...
No, hell no. She's not a picky ripoff. You know this.
See, I can pull an Enigma too. I can be retarded when I want.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny at all.
Maybe to you. What's the matter? You don't like a soulfully
You see-
violated filly being violated by somebody else for once?
You see, Ravage, there's an art to playing stupid.
Playing
And-
stupid.
playing stupid.
Yeah, he calls it playing stupid. He thinks
Really.
he actually thinks he's doing it on purpose.
I reckon Enigma's secretly.
And for all you guys know, I'm a professor.
Well,
Yeah,
I've got a
Professor at
PhD.
Compton College.
Which is what, teaching people how to shoot craps on the street?
That's racist.
We call it the shell game over here.
Oh, so you go to the beach and try to find something trash to hide them with. You know, like they do on the, where's the pea? Find the pea! Although this time it's kind of a, find the dice and guess what number it's on, because it's practically impossible to do.
Oh god.
And he learned it from an old black man.
Gee, homie. Oh
God.
god.
I'm enjoying making this much. Oh, fuck.
Hey, nothing wrong with having fun. Allegedly. Although I'm sure it will kill someone.
You adding a muzzle on her now, or what?
Yep, she's got a muzzle.
Hey.
Well, hey, you know, maybe you should buy one for yourself. Haha.
Hey chat, how edgy is this OC?
Oh, God.
She's also Pinky's long lost twin sister.
really.
Oh, you mean
And
the
cousin to
one-
both of, and cousin to all of the princesses.
Yeah. And her dad raped her like every night or
she's
something.
And she's engaged to all the main 6.
And Discord is like totally her bar buddy and fuck buddy and friends with benefits.
Yeah, yeah.
My drawing is coming along really well.
This is great. This is just wonderful.
I think the
Uh,
person will be really happy with what I've done with their.
You know what? Where someone's gonna have to do a story of this. So see.
What
God,
did
I
you
hope
say?
not.
What
So
did you
someone
say
needs-
her name
someone-
was?
Ponky.
Ponky.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Ponky.
Ponky.
Ponky, sorry.
Ponky Pebbles.
Ponky Pebbles. Someone's gonna have to write a story of this.
Ponky Pebbles Pineapple Pirate with a pineapple C.
There you go, guys. There's
mean
your
the-
title.
Pineapple Pacific. Because
There you go.
it's got to be P.
She's on a quest to kill the vampires that killed her.
You glitched out. I didn't hear what you said.
I don't know. I went up short right there.
You went up short.
Yeah,
okay.
we're pretty sure you went up somebody's shorts.
Wasn't afraid of
In his
nothing.
dreams.
You know, thinking of Enigma reminds me of a joke Jim Carrey once had. You ever realize how boring somebody's life is? For how far back they had to reach for glory? Remember when I was a sperm? I'll never forget the day of the big race. There were millions of us in the field, and I beat them all. I was seaman first class.
Oh God.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to eat.
Brilliant. I love
Hey.
his Jim Carrey impression. That was like the man was in the room.
Is that all your art is, Alex? I've contributed more than you.
Excuse me. Look, I've
Yeah.
drawn 2 headshots, and I've drawn you next to your house.
Why do I have a hat?
That's meant to be your hair, but yeah.
Why do you Why do you have an unlicensed copy of Ponky underneath there?
Alright, I'm back.
I'm gonna sue you, Alex.
No, this
Hey,
is
you know, I
pink.
just realized we're 20 minutes in. 20 minutes over, I mean. For the show.
Oh, why did you realise that? Don't realise that.
Stop
Because I'm wearing a
realizing
watch.
I've got
Unlike the
time-
rest of you plebs, I actually need one.
we got the time in the bottom right of the screen, but you just gonna let it quietly pass.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Man, I put my taskbar on the top of my screen, so it's way the hell out of my way.
Ugh.
It's weird getting used to, but I like it. Anyways, yeah. So for those of you watching, if you're not already subscribed to the Barcast, please do so. And if you would be so kind and you have any spare change, please donate to, is it Red Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Red Wings.
Yeah, Red Wings Horse Sanctuary in Red Wings, California, I think it is. And help us support Big Mac, because, you know, he needs carrots to shove up his ass. No, I'm kidding. He needs shots to shove up his ass so he doesn't get sick.
Yeah. Lot of whiskey right up there. Whiskey enemies.
Well, I mean,
Keep him
unless you
healthy.
believe in old farmer's tradition in which you shove an onion up a horse's ass to cure it from problems.
To cure the farmer or the horse?
The horse.
Oh.
It was something I saw in what was the name of the show? It's an old British show.
Come on, Alex.
It's got a long name. it was back around I think it was just around World War II, or that's the era that it was set in, anyways. Uh,
Was it in colour?
no, yeah, it was in color. Creatures, great and small, great creatures, big and small, something like that.
Something like that.
Anyways, yeah, it was something like that. One of the episodes, and I guess the guy that wrote this based everything off of some of the actual stories and whatnot that he heard or that he performed. I don't remember if he was a vet, he was actually a vet or not. But anyways, one of the farmer's remedies for curing his horse of certain ailments was to take onions and shove it up the horse's ass,
Mm.
like full on uncut onions. And so the farmer's complaining, well, my horse is constipated, can you help him? And the vet just looks at him, well, if you quit shoving onions up his ass for every fucking thing that happens to him.
Oh, that needs to be a story. Anon goes to Equestrian, becomes a doctor. But he doesn't actually know anything about medicine, so he just does that for everything.
No. Anon, the
But-
farmer,
Yeah.
comes to Equestria with a lot of old world cures.
He lies. Says, "Oh, I'm a doctor."
And the interesting thing is that the horses like it. It turns them on.
Until they have to go to Ponyville Hospital for constipation. Anon, why do you have onion breath? Well...
No, I was eating.
I read somewhere that some of the chemicals in onions travel in I'm not sure if this is true. It's probably not. Travel in the blood, and what you can do is you can rub like half an onion on your foot, and apparently you can taste it in your mouth a few minutes later. But I don't know if that's true,
I don't know about that.
and I've never tried it.
It's entirely possible. I had a really bad experience with a bar of soap.
Oh god.
It was one of the little pretty soaps and shit that, your moms and your grandmas buy.
Yeah.
And it was shaped like a seashell, and it was really strong. Normally, I use liquid soap, but it's all we had at the time. I put this stuff on my hands, and I swore off soap for years, unless it was liquid. Couldn't touch bar soap, couldn't handle the smell of it. The reason why is because when I put that soap on my hands, I could taste it in my mouth. It was that damn strong. So the whole thing about taking half an onion and putting it on your foot and being able to taste it is entirely possible. If you want to see something really freaky, you get an onion, cut it in half, take each half and put it in a sock that you don't particularly care about, put the sock on, wear it overnight, and that onion in the morning will be black.
Ooh.
Because it's sucking all the impurities out of your body, and seeing as how you walk upright, a lot of those impurities end up sinking down into your feet and it's pulling those out.
Yeah, maybe your dirty feet. But if you could put something on your foot and then taste it, imagine if you stepped in shit barefoot. Oh god.
You've never stepped in dog shit before, have you?
Not without shoes on. I don't.
Yeah, no, I have. And no, I do not taste it because I stepped in it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, taste buds on your feet. That would be
No.
terrible.
No, taste buds on your anus would be horrible.
Yes.
Well,
I
I mean,
suppose.
certain foods will do that to you. Come on, Enigma, you're Mexican. You should know some spicy foods burn twice.
Mm.
I mean, just yesterday I had to taste my food coming in and out.
Yeah, but food poisoning doesn't count in this conversation.
What did you all get for Christmas? By the way, I think you said earlier, but I wasn't
A
there.
Hangover.
I got food poisoning.
Okay, brilliant.
I got a copy of Skyrim for Switch.
Oh,
Nice.
It's fun.
Oh, you didn't get the VR version that came out?
I don't have VR.
From what I've been told, it's the most amazing thing ever. If you love Skyrim, the VR version is so much more interesting.
Oh
And
yeah, like
unfortunately, you also have to pay full price for it, even if you already own the game.
that is the thing of it, is like I think I would even be willing to pay full price for the game. It's just VR is already fuck off expensive, and I'm preferring to just like buy another game console instead of investing in VR.
I'm not investing in any more consoles.
Me neither.
I want to get a Switch, but I want to get a good computer more.
I am
Like,
a
I would
member
love to
of-
be able to play Fallout 4 on ultra settings in 2K just because I fucking can, you know?
Hey, I am definitely PC Master Race type person. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, you loan me $3,000 and I'll join you.
I don't have $3,000 alone.
can't you just take it out of the Mugshots pension fund?
Oh god, I wish we had a pension fund that I could abuse.
I just realized why does Ponky's name have a hyphen?
No, it's a thingy. You're Mexican.
On gay.
Yeah.
That's not. No, that's not. That's like Portuguese shit right there.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that broken.
The Portuguese Pineapple Pacific.
We don't talk about broken Spanish here.
Oh god.
I mean, Mexican Spanish is bad enough. Jesus.
Ponky, the pirate privateer of the Portuguese Pineapple Pacific.
Oh god.
Write it.
She's on a quest to find her long lost sister Pinkie Pie and take her rightful place on the show.
Yeah, Generation 5 Pinky's just gonna be, or 6, or whatever one it is next.
Oh well,
Uh,
what is Gen 5 Pinkie anyway? Is she still an Earth Pony or what?
I don't know much about Gen 5 actually.
She's green, I think she's got an eye patch.
Yeah,
But-
all I know about Gen 5 is that Applejack's getting a redesign, and Twilight and Fluttershy have, well, Twilight's an Earth Pony now, and Fluttershy's a unicorn.
Yeah, isn't
There's
Gen
not- Just because we had a leak doesn't mean they're going with that.
Like, I was kind of hoping if they did make a Gen 5, it'd be in the same universe, just many, many years later, like, I don't know, a century later, and we follow the descendants of the main six. Or something
Well,
like
from
that.
what I hear, it's going to be like alternate universe, like all the other generations of My Little Pony. I mean, I don't think they're ever actually going to be able to top Gen 4, but
Honestly, that's
Mostly
kind of
because
fine
they-
by me because I don't think they're really going to be able to, like. I mean, let's face it, continuity has never been the strong suit of the show. They try, but, like, trying to pull it, oh, this is the same thing, but later is.
yeah.
I
Well, I mean, okay. Honestly, I don't think they'll ever be able to top the fame and, I guess, prosper they got with Gen 4. And here's why. It's not because they're gonna, like, partially switch up art style, which they're really not. They're just kind of getting new people in there, from what I heard. They're not gonna stick with a single creator. They're not gonna stick with a single writer, you know. And I know it's wrong kind of to say this, but they never should have gotten rid of Faust. You know, her stories were what made it as popular as it is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, sure, some of the writers that we have now are good. Quite a few of them are not. But they still don't have the same finesse that Faust had. I mean, shit, look at her husband. Made one of the most popular series on Cartoon Network, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And to this day, I still go back and watch it, because it is funny as hell. And, sometimes when she was stuck, she would defer to her husband about certain things, I'm sure. I mean, where do you think the crazy Twilight face came from? That was partially an artistic choice taken from some of the style choices for Foster's.
Yeah.
You're never going to get that again. That's why it was so popular, because that's what worked. And I don't remember if Faust quit or if she was asked to leave or forced to leave Hasbro, or particularly the My Little Pony brand. But considering how often she's been getting screwed over on project after project, the way I hear it, I wouldn't be surprised if they just decided they didn't want her anymore and asked her to leave before they forced her to. So, I don't know. I mean, the first 2 seasons were really what had it, and I'm not saying the seasons afterwards didn't, but they just didn't feel the same. Her
Right.
stories actually felt, even if they weren't new, they still felt original for some reason. Even if the plot was something I'm gonna say horrendously overused or petty. Like the whole idea of a sleepover. It wasn't the plot that mattered; it was the character development that mattered, and that's what drew us to it. And it wasn't childish or patronizing or anything like that. It was actually interesting. It was tolerable for parents that didn't like kids shows.
Well, that's exactly what she was aiming. She even said she wanted to make a show to where the parents could watch it with their kids and not feel like they want to hang themselves.
Well, yeah, and it even says it, and I'm not sure how legal it is to say this, but in the show Bible, one of the lines is, and I quote, "Boys will like it. They will watch it, even if they pretend they don't like it, and they'll sneer and they'll, I don't know what the word is, but even if they'll go, they'll still watch it, even while their sisters are watching it." And they didn't realize that this little bit of script that said they will watch it, it blew into a full-blown fandom that we have today. And then they got rid of the best writer they could have ever had. It's the same thing with that Medusa, I think it was, movie that Faust worked on. Originally, it was her project, but then the producers decided they wanted to go in a different direction. I'm pretty sure she said no, and they said, well, bye, and then they took it over and they completely destroyed it. So I don't know what's going on with all that, but it's like, what I want to know what it is about these companies that they're telling her, hey, we don't want you anymore. Like, really, she's one of the most talented creators, story writers of our time. She created, this absolutely wonderful fandom. Pretty much, she was what created this fandom. And yeah, no, I want to know what the hell happened, because it just doesn't seem like there's something not right about this picture. And I'm not saying it isn't her fault, because everybody has their faults, but I'm kind of wondering, did she do it to herself, or did they do it just for a reason?
Well, I think some of how much some of and the Brony and the whatever phenomenon was so much a lightning in the bottle type of situation where it came out, it did its thing, and then it just couldn't be bottled back up again. And in many ways, they did do good by trying to do certain things, but I think they almost had a certain amount of assumption that maybe, I don't know whether or not Faust left on her own accord or if she was forced out, but I would not be surprised if they thought, okay, we have this framework in place, we don't need her anymore. Because
they are corporations, so it's not surprising.
Yeah. Because it's like, okay, the creators already formed this foundation for us, we don't need her anymore. It it's just kind of a sad thing that it's like when you look at a lot of what a corporation will do is that they are informed by statistics, they are informed by the money flow that is coming in. And if they think they figured out a pattern and they think they can replicate it easier and cheaper without needing certain people around, they'll do it.
Oh, I
Because
know they will. I mean, I worked for a
bottom line.
corporation. God, I mean, Enigma worked for him for a short while. We both got to
What?
see firsthand how fucked up some of these corporations act. How, you know, they get the lackeys in that'll do the dirty work, and they get rid of people that they think are undesirables. You know.
Yeah. I think some of it comes down to that. Like, there's a whole bunch of other things about the initial conditions of MLP that just works so well together, because you got to remember, it was one of those shows that was like the flagship shows for the new Hub network. They needed a show to come out, and they probably didn't care how much of a creative hold that was there, at least, as long as something was made. And so, I think you could argue there can be something to be said for when someone is allowed to just do stuff without too much of a leash. It can make something wonderful. It can also make dishwater if the creator isn't careful. But there is that, again, there's a combination of the spontaneity and the need of the product.
Well, I mean, it came out at the absolute perfect time. You know, if I remember right, about the same during the first 2 seasons when My Little Pony came out was probably some of the, I would say, not darkest, but definitely bleakest times for anybody, really. Because, I mean, I remember my life at that point. You know, I was depressed even in the things that I liked. I couldn't really find a place where I belonged. I couldn't, you know, there was a lot of stuff that I was missing in my life, and not to say that I wasn't, you know, somewhat happy sometimes. You know, at the time, I was really getting into playing guitar and having heavy metal and, you know, all that other fun stuff. But for the most part, heavy metal is a dark genre, and I don't mind that it's dark, and I don't mind that it's edgy, and I like it for that reason. But at the same time, even though I'm oversimplifying what heavy metal is, at the same time, I guess you could say I had no light in my life to balance it out. And I damn sure wasn't going to give my extra attention to a religion that I was a part of, you know, being Jewish and all that. But I'm not saying, you know, being Jewish is bad. I'm not saying the religion itself is bad. It's just, it wasn't inclusive, especially not for me, because there were just nothing added up like it really should have, you know. And even though I was accepted among the people in my congregation, I never actually felt like I was at home. I was always putting on a face. I was always pretending to be someone that I'm not, you know. And yeah, people there, they liked me, and they still like me, even the people that are not there anymore. It's just, it wasn't the light in my life that I needed. It wasn't that light side to counter the dark side of, you know, part of what I was in heavy metal fandom. And, you know, I think that's what it was too, is at that time there were a lot of kids that were looking for a place of acceptance. Because I remember through those times, a lot of things that were coming out, you know, mainstream, were darkly themed stuff. You know, you had like when dubstep first was on the scene, it was the Skrillex and, you know, emo punk stuff, and before that it was stuff like, you know, mainstream Flyleaf and all angsty teen music and all this other fun stuff. And it was like that was becoming the generation for a long time. And then once that kind of blew over, everybody was just kind of getting settled down. And then, oh, hey, surprise, My Little Pony came around. And it was light-hearted. It was actually decent to watch. The theme song was probably the worst thing about the show. Beyond that, though, I mean, let's face it, being a brony back then during the first, especially for the first 2 seasons that it was out, was almost wholly unacceptable for a
Yeah.
long time. I mean, I wouldn't say I've directly heard, but I've heard about, horror stories of people finding out that, oh, this guy, this 18-year-old or maybe 23-year-old guy likes My Little Pony. Ooh, he's a pervert or he's a pedophile or God knows what they were thinking. And then and even though he wasn't, it goes back to that. I've heard of people getting beaten up for it. I've heard of, all kinds of really nasty shit happening to people just because, hey, they're a brony.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was, I would say, just around this time of the first 2 seasons and just before that, you couldn't really be a guy and be sensitive ever. I mean, I don't know. There's so much you could and couldn't do depending on where you lived and what your lifestyle was and the people that you knew. And yeah, it was bad. I guess I would say it was a little bit toxic. I can't really express it without making it sound like, oh, the whole world was out to, be whoever's enemy.
Yeah, I do think that is kind of a way that but like you say, it was something that kind of came at the right time and it can appeal to the right sort of people, where it's like you give the example of like heavy metal, but there can certainly other genres or places, styles of story that emphasize this, well, for lack of a better term, there's a cynicism to it. There's just kind of this feeling of, and I'd even argue that's still something that's still pervasive today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this feeling that it's like you're just marching into things. Things are not as good as they could have been. Like I really hate the term millennial after a fashion, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I would say when it
I
comes,
work with millennials. For the most part, I hate them.
yeah, but I would say like when it comes to terms of like this generation, like I've heard the remarks about how like this generation is the most cynical one. And then I think in light of that, when you are exposed to so much of this, like this is the role you're being put into, there's nothing else that you're going to be really able to look forward to. There's no point in complaining. Get on with it. Being able to have something that says, okay, you know what? We're going to go back and do was basically friendship 101, interact with human beings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it really could have been, and I I mean, I suppose it really could not have been any children's TV show, but there was something to it that it was like, I think you kind of expressed this in a manner, which is that it the show, even though it dealt with themes and ideas and stuff that are good for children that need to be learned to do things, it didn't exactly feel like it was talking down to you.
No, it
Patronizing,
didn't.
yeah.
And I think the timing was in a sense perfect, as Raph said, because a lot of people, just in general, down on their luck when it premiered back in 2010. That was. I know a lot of people, including myself personally, who were going through some rough times. Just whether be the economy or just personal issues or just the culmination of issues. And you know, uh, MLP is a source of light to them in a sense. It was something that resonated with them, something that made them feel good. It's like, I need to break from just a dark, dreary uh, bullshit that's going around in life. So I think having that at the time that it came in was perfect.
Well, yeah,
Indeed.
I mean, I would say the whole culture, our whole culture as Americans, as men, as, all, well, men, some of you are boys, but either way.
Ouch.
Oh,
Hey, considering
okay,
I'm the old man in the room here, I can say that.
okay,
Um,
Grandpa.
so no, I mean, it really was. It really was primed for it. Um, I mean, shoot, there was even there was a book that came out that I heard about, and I saw uh, what would you call it? An interview? Yeah, it's just kind of an interview with the person that wrote the book. What she found out that she was really surprised to find out about men, and which is why I think a lot of people are still surprised about bronies, and this is oh, these are men, not just like little kids. These are like these are like teenagers and full grown men that like this show, this show for little girls, and so this was, I think, a couple of months ago I found out about this thing, but the book is called Ned and Nora, if I remember right. And so it's this lesbian woman. She's not terrified. She's not terribly effeminate. She's a little more on the masculine side. Taller than most women, stuff like that. So, anyways, what she did was she wanted to find out about men. You know, you can't just go up to a guy and ask, "So, what do you do on your weekend? What do you do all this? How do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And
Mm.
it just doesn't work. A lot of people, they close themselves off. So what she did was she went to an acting school, learned the mannerisms of men and how to act like a man, and she went on this, like, I guess you'd call it a crusade of sorts, to find out about men and their lives and all this. And what she found out was, surprise, surprise, we are actually very affectionate. We are very loving. We are very caring. We
Oh,
want to be.
yeah,
It is
I
in our
remember this.
nature. It is in our nature to be that way. And she found out all, and it was funny too, because while she's finding out all this stuff, she's like, wow, I wouldn't have guessed it. I wouldn't have believed this if you told it to me. And so she joined a bowling league, became buddies with some of them. Eventually she revealed herself, say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and they were actually very supportive of it. Some of them were a little defensive at first. Obviously they would be, but after she explained what was going on, she's even still friends with them to this day, and they still treat her like one of the guys because that's how they know her. And I think another thing that she covered was the whole dating scene, the approaching a woman. And she's like, as a woman, I can approach any other woman with absolutely no fear whatsoever. But when I'm being met and I'm approaching women, it is nerve wracking. It is terrifying, you know, and it is such an eye opener. And she goes on in this interview. You can find it on YouTube. It's quite interesting to watch. And I think the last thing she did was she kind of infiltrated a guys only getaway where it was kind of one of those, you go out in the middle of the woods, you beat your chest, you cry on somebody's shoulder, you be a man kind of a thing. And she said it, and I think if I remember right, she said it was a little of what I expected it to be and a lot of what I didn't expect it to be. And part of the problem that she faced was during her time in this guys only getaway, because she had been, in disguise for so long, because she being there, she felt like she was betraying their trust. It got to her psychologically to the point where she was considering to self-harm and stuff like that, because she was pretending to be somebody she's not.
Mhm.
And it took her quite a number, if I remember it, quite a number of visits to a psychiatrist to kind of help her work through those and just kind of get over it. But yeah, really cool to watch. I highly recommend going on YouTube and checking it out, just because it kind of deals with some of the topics that are going around today. And I'm just like skirting the edge of a political topic that we're not supposed to be discussing. But anyways, it's definitely worth a watch. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And it even gave me some insights to this as well, because being a guy and being brought up traditionally, I was always under the impression that I had to be a certain way. I couldn't like certain things regardless of how I felt about them. And then, My Little Pony comes out, and hey, it's actually a decent show. I like it. The YouTube content's really cool. Oh, the art's actually really cool. Oh, damn, the fan fiction's actually decent. It's like, fuck, I'm a brony. So, and yeah, I mean, I hate I really have come to hate and detest the idea that, all men are just these, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Insensitive.
no. Brutish. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of brutish, barbaric, unfeeling, uncaring assholes, I hate the idea that culturally it's kind of beaten into us that, men are supposed to be assholes. That's how you get women, or men and women have to act a certain way, or they have to be certain ways. And to a degree, I believe that, but in a lot of other respects, I don't. It's not correct.
Yeah.
It's not correct. It's not fair, and yeah, it makes unreal expectations of actual people.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I've honestly never, especially when I was a kid, but even to this day, I was never really one who believed in the whole, well, you know what, men aren't allowed to show emotion, shit like that, like, oh, they have to be all tough and everything. Like, I've never believed that. Ever. I mean, and honestly, I've never really fallen into that. That trope or stereotype or whatever. So,
By the way, I don't know if oh no. I was about to say there's no one actually watching anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised. We're getting all philosophical.
Congratulations, we've
That's-
ruined the
that's-
stream.
Yeah, it's sort of
Yay!
why I stayed quiet. You guys got a little too deep there. I was
Yeah.
like, eh.
Well,
I was
and
gonna say
we
there was
knew
one
nobody
person.
was watching.
There was one person.
It's like people
just turned
come
up.
people come here for the lighthearted bullshit, and then you guys get all deep.
I can't help
Literally
it.
just as I said that.
Yeah.
Just
I
round.
didn't
It
mean-
is
I
kind of
didn't
getting
mean
around
for
to
it
the
to
end of
get
the
that
stream
deep.
anyway, so
Gender roles
Yeah.
and
Well,
That's
no,
just-
I didn't honestly expect anybody to watch this.
no, it was good.
It's the bullshit stream. We don't have, we're just kind of drawing. We're not fucking with Enigma's drawing anymore, so it's kind of, bland.
yeah, I had fun with my drawing.
the what do you call it? Draw pile was fun.
Yeah, we need to export this brilliance into an actual JPEG and like make it the YouTube
Oh
thumbnail.
yeah, I'll do that.
Let's go files. Save as.
PNG.
Mug shots. 12. 27. 2017. Draw pile. Loop.
Can we start acting like men now and start farting and being all masculine?
Yeah, I've
Oh my
been fighting this
gosh.
whole time. What have you been doing, fag?
Burping. That's what manly stuff is. Not liking small, colorful equines. Like a man.
Hmm.
Why is this not letting me just save it here?
You've got
I
to
put it in
save Ponky
documents.
Pebbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I did. I saved the folder. I saved the
Yeah.
file as it is right now, so long as none of you are touching it
Yeah,
beyond this.
I put it in my shots.
File. No, I don't want to export an animation. God.
God, that was horrifying.
Where is it? Okay, let's see if it'll let me put it. Documents. That. PNG and save. Okay. Well, I don't know about you all, but I guess I'll read this out a couple minutes early. I do need to go to bed because unfortunately I have to work in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Alright, well, thank you everyone for watching. We hope you had a good time. We hope you didn't mind too much of my stupidly deep philosophical rant, which if you guys would submit topics to us to talk about, I wouldn't have to go into this shit.
Mhm.
These have been your mugs. We have Alex, the unpaid intern,
Hi. Bye.
the air conditioner that never turns on,
Bums.
some Mexican dude from Compton. I don't know his name. What is your name, by the way? Jose Cuervo. Okay, we got it.
Oh, you
And
said
then
it was
Santa
chilly.
Maria.
I am the most holy and sanctimonious of waifus, okay?
Yeah, and this is your host, the resident lord of the cast, Ravage. I'm lazy as fuck, and I hope you all had a good night.
Hope y'all had a good Christmas.